Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel today. I wanted to talk about The Last of Us Season 2, and honestly, I kind of wish the show had just stuck to the original storyline from the game. Now, I know I've said before that I was open to the changes and how they were adding things, expanding the story, broadening the world, and yeah, that sounded cool at first, but after watching the most recent episode and seeing how closely it followed the game at the very end of that episode, they used the same dialogue word for word. It reminded me how much stronger the story feels when the story sticks to the source material. And that part also hit way harder than a lot of the earlier stuff in this episode, and it made me wonder why they didn't just do that from the start of the season. Also, I have to say Dina and Ellie's relationship feels off. It doesn't hit the same emotional depth as it did in the game. So when things start to go south between them, it doesn't land as hard as it did emotionally from the game. I said back on the episode 1 premiere that I was enjoying all the changes in this season so far, and I still feel that way now that we're only 2 episodes left from the end of the season. And now the show just feels like that they're changing things just because they can. And I don't really know why, because they had a very solid blueprint laid out for them already. And also, Neil Druckmann is one of the main writers for the show, and he is also the director of the game. So I'm a little confused as to why he's choosing this for this show. The differences in the story are so noticeable that it almost makes me feel like we're watching like a parallel universe version of The Last of Us Part 2. And speaking of the ending, this is a spoiler alert. In the game, Ellie has a chance to kill Abby in the final fight that they have at the very end of it, and she decides not to. And with all the changes that they're doing, I feel like they're just going to choose to take that out, that moment of incredible, powerful storytelling that they had in that game, and she's just going to kill Abby and continue that cycle of revenge. And if that does happen, I feel like it will kind of change the meaning of the ending from the source material, and I just don't think that would be really the greatest idea for the show. But we know that part 2 is being split into 2 seasons, so that final moment might happen in season 3, but honestly, who knows? That's also one reason I'm so interested in this show, because I am pretty curious to see what they do change and what will not change. And it just keeps me guessing and keeps me coming back each week. But anyway, let me know what you all think. Are you liking the changes, or do you wish they stuck to the story of the game more? Love to hear all your thoughts. But anyways, thanks for listening, and I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye, everyone.